Patrick's Day may have already passed, but in Fortnite, it's St. Patrick's Day every day. And no, not because we're alcoholics. We only get turned on Capri Suns here on this wholesome channel.
Randy, I am the liquor.
Anyways, some people out there are extremely lucky and either encounter or cause some of the most ridiculously unlikely things that could ever happen. So we here at Top 5 Gaming have no such luck and continue to search for the answer to having good luck and suspect that there is either a gigantic ladder that is hanging over our heads somewhere on Battle Royale Island, or there is a leprechaun hiding somewhere on Royale Island. And one day, we will get to that pot of gold. We will find this leprechaun. Speaking of gold, like the video for a cup of Chuck E. Cheese tokens, and subscribe if you think you have arguably the worst luck in all of Fortnite, and tell us why in the comment section below. Number 5, 3 scars in one house. So let's think about what's probably the most desired weapon in Fortnite. Maybe you're thinking the RPG, the FAMAS, or anything else that's quite rare. But what's got to be a gun that no one would deny snatching up is the Scar. If I ever glide down and the first thing I find is a Scar, I'll get ecstatic and I'm going to be feeling good. And it's a lucky game just from that alone. It's extremely rare to come across a Scar as a drop from your first chest, or any chest for that matter, as I'm usually just coming across a ton of poop in my first few minutes of looting. But what's even rare is getting multiple Scars immediately from the start. Now, this clip I'm about to show you guys features quite possibly the luckiest guy in Fortnite, getting not 1, not 2, but 3 freaking Scars, and all from the exact same house. So our guy Sneak Furry hops on down to Pleasant Park and opens his first chest in the attic for a pleasant surprise, a shiny purple Scar. He's probably pretty happy from that, but that wasn't enough to satisfy his hunger for treasure, as he then proceeds down to the other rooms of the house to continue looting. After getting trapped, he goes down to the basement to open up his second chest, and to his surprise, he uncovers yet another Scar. Now this is absolutely ridiculous already, but the surprises are not over just yet. Hold on to your seat as it gets even wilder. He goes back upstairs and he hears a chest on the other side of the house's attic, so he builds up to get closer to it, and of course when he opens this third chest, he not only receives another freaking Scar, making that 3 Scars in a row, but this one is a gold one. Is this some sort of black magic going on in this house? Seems like the third time was definitely a charm for this man. He gets stacked just from his first house. With full shields and 3 Scars, seems like he's got this game in the bag, but unfortunately he did state that he ended up losing the game afterwards, as he was just a, quote, noob. Man, what beginner's luck, though. This game needs to throw me a bone or something. I'll be lucky if I can get a blue AR. Number 4, crazy shot. Getting kills with a sniper is so hard in Fortnite, as it takes quite a bit of practice to try and adjust to the mechanics of sniping. Even if you're good at sniping in other games, it's just way different here. Now getting kills might be difficult, but what's even more difficult is trying to no-scope with a sniper. This next clip features a guy by the name of Lucky Tonio getting one of the most epic and luckiest no-scopes I've ever seen in all of Fortnite. So the clip starts off with him trolling his teammates by throwing an impulse grenade under their feet and getting them to fall off the mountain they were in. Tonio ends up alone as his teammates don't survive the fall, and I guess he couldn't stand being alone as he tries to go down that same fall with them. He goes up the same stairs as the ones his friends last touched, tosses an impulse grenade, and takes a giant leap. But rather than dying, what he ends up doing is worthy of a pickup from FaZe Clan. He manages to do 5 360s in the air, a few quick switches with his weapons, and then no-scopes with his sniper to end off a killer no-scope shot. Tonio has got to be a madman to undergo such a dangerous task, but he ends up luckily surviving the fall with 4 HP to spare. But not just that, because a few seconds after he lands, his bullet ends up eliminating someone from 397 meters away. Just that shot in itself was extremely epic, but him doing it after eliminating all of his teammates and surviving that same fall makes this clip that much more crazy. Seems like the gamer tag really was right. Tonio must have had some insane luck to hit that shot.
Y'a un mec sur le site. Attends, c'est 2 choses.
Vas-y. 3 catapsol.
J'essaie de récupérer le 5.
Ok, vous avez dit qu'il y avait un mec sur Grizzly, hein? Oui. Ok, bon bah... Salut les gars, hein. What the fuck?
Number 3, King Richard breaks the floor but lands on a bed to save him. I think the most annoying way to die in Fortnite has to be either from falling off of a cliff or building or falling for a trap. So what's got to be worse than that is falling down only to hit a trap. This next clip features King Richard breaking the floor underneath him, only to find out that under his fall laid a sharp little trap. Now, rather than him dying, he actually ends up surviving thanks to a bed that was placed just oh so perfectly underneath him. I'm not exactly sure how that came about, but the whole situation ended up a bit too perfect for Richard. He ends up building stairs back up and he jumps out of the building afterwards to safety. This may not seem like that eventful of a clip, but being caught in that safety of a bed sure was lucky. See, this wouldn't have been a problem for that other guy if he had hit his one-hittables. You always got to hit those one-hittables, guys. King Richard was really stacked on shields and items, so it would have really sucked if that bed wasn't there to prevent his death from the spike trap.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness, chat.
Number 2, the luckiest save ever. What's gotta be extremely frustrating is when you're playing in the top 20s and there are people hiding in bushes. It pisses me off that some people still try to camp until the end of the game, and they finally pop out for a chance to win to clean up that last player. Well, in this next clip that was showcased in Grizz's live stream, we get to see a bush camper finally learn his lesson. Grizz spots someone next to a tree, so he decides to give him a quick shot from his sniper, but right as he does that, his target spots him as well and sends a shot right his way. Grizz sees the shot come his way right from his sniper scope, but somehow he doesn't end up getting hurt one bit. He looks at the kill feed and notices that someone's just got sniped at the very same moment, but who exactly? Well, he spots a death animation playing right from the bush he was standing behind when all the action went down. He actually survived a sniper bullet from a bush camper that ended up eating it from him. I mean, how funny is that? What a lucky coincidence for Grizz, as he didn't even notice that there was anyone in the bush. Not even when he looked through his scope and saw a bit of the bush from inside his sniper zoom. That guy was hiding pretty well in there, but unfortunately, he ended up with a big loss. What a turn of events, huh?
Oh, yeah. So.
He sees us.
What?
Fuck, there was a guy in that bush.
There was a guy in the bush? No. Dude, he saved my life, dude.
Honorable mentions. As for the honorable mentions, we've got another lucky sniper hitting another lucky no-scope. So we've got Wappa Papa just killing on top of a tree. The game's close to being done, and only 15 people are left alive. Wappa decides to make that 14 by just randomly shooting out of his sniper while he was still up on the tree and manages to actually hit someone. It's quite funny that this has happened because literally right before he shoots, he states that he's trying to no-scope these guys, and he ends up no-scoping someone right after saying that. That's what I find even luckier, as he calls that shot instantly.
I just broke my tree and surprised him. No? I'm trying to no-scope these guys. Oh my gosh! I no-scoped him!
What?
I no-scoped him!
No way.
And in at number 1, we've got the shopping cart glitch we all want to happen. The shopping cart is ridiculously fun to use, and I can't get enough of it. But unfortunately, it can also be quite painful with the different bugs and glitches that occur randomly when riding it. I've seen so many clips of people riding on these trolleys, only for it to glitch and slingshot them miles across the map from awkward falls. Now, these glitches are kind of rare though, so it's not like they happen all the time, which is good for us that are trying to have some peace and quiet riding around the map on these things, but it's usually quite annoying when they happen and can leave you dead. But this next clip features a very lucky and awesome cart glitch, and I doubt any of you have ever had a cart glitch out as insane as this. So these two guys are riding down a mountain to get closer to the circle, but they get to a really big fall and luckily survive. The cart gives them an even bigger boost closer to the circle as it glitches and slingshots really freaking far. The player that was pushing the cart sticks to the cart while the person that was riding on it decided to abort, but good thing for the next guy that stayed, as he not only got inside the circle immediately, but he also got positioned right next to a loot llama. Oh boy, what a wonderful delight it is to find a llama. But for a shopping cart to glitch you and land you right next to one, that has got to be one of the greatest feelings ever. If only I could get launched into the air and land next to loot llamas. But that has been our list of the top 5 rarest or luckiest things to happen in Fortnite Battle Royale.